You see me actually pulling it or no?
I see you pulling it. I mean, the lever like clips in your hand a bit, but you know.
Oh, you're just staying still on my end.
Hey man, you remember when there was no waiting on the other We Were Here games?
It has to be more cinematic.
I don't mind like a little bit of cinema, but like we didn't need to go on the elevator again the other 100 times.
It's tension building.
I'm so tense right now. We have to go through the goatsy door. Oh, Sea of Thieves. Oh wait, it's 7 bone.
Oh, this way.
What the fuck?
Why am I the one going on adventures?
You got fucking booty blasted straight into the fucking well.
And there's a dead person down here. And I got a pickaxe. I see a spider with glowing eyes. I don't like this.
I have some sigils I can place that correspond to each other, and I've got half of the key. I can raise and lower this bucket from this well.
Okay, yeah, I'm at like a thing with 4 different symbols on them, and I can place them beneath another symbol. Oh, what's this?
That's the symbol I gave you.
That's the one I just put there.
Did we both put down a shield?
No?
Here, try it now. Do you have a key? So my half of it says the very top is a crown, and crown goes into chain, goes into book, goes into flask. Do you have a flask or a chain?
I have both, a chain and a flask.
If I can get that flask somehow, that would be fantastic.
I put the flask on the rotating thing.
Try putting a...
Oh, wait. There's a thing to light, and I have another piece of the puzzle. 3-pointed crown to clock to sword to shield.
Is shield up at the very top?
No.
Okay, so what's at the top of your plaque, like the rounded bit?
3-pointed crown.
Okay, so 3-pointed crown goes in a bigger crown. There has to be some way to trade our sigils, because I have a shield and a sword, and I can't do anything with them.
Oh, that one's... I have the sword now.
So what does clock correspond to?
Sword. And I have the sword medallion now.
Oh, can you give me the flask?
Okay, I'm putting the flask in. And now I have the book.
Do you have a 5-pointed crown? I think I need it.
Okay, I can put it in.
What can I trade to get the clock again?
I guess a sword or a 3-pointed crown?
Can you give me a 3-pointed crown instead?
I cannot. I can give you 5-pointed crown, a sword, book, or chain.
What could we trade back and forth if I've got a sword?
Shield or clock?
What does shield correspond to?
Just sword.
Do you have any book symbols that you need to match to?
No.
Okay, so the flask is definitely mine. The shield should be yours. I can give you a shield or a clock.
I guess give me the clock?
I either need a 5-pointed crown or a book in order to fix one of my puzzles. Oh god, this is sucky. How's this? I'm 100% certain I do not need a sword or a shield in my entire goddamn life. Can we reconcile this somehow? Okay, now I have a clock and a sword, and I have a clock, sword, chain. I don't need a clock. And I don't need a sword. Is there something we can do with that?
You can give me the clock, I can give you the 3-pointed crown.
Sure.
I only need one more piece on the puzzle.
Yeah, me too. I have a chain, which means I need crown or book. Can you give me a 5-pointed crown? Do you have a piece like that?
I do, yes. So in the end, I think I need the sword and the 5-pointed crown back. I can currently give you chain or flask.
We're close. We're just not quite there yet.
Give me the sword. Like, trade the clock for sword.
You can give me the flask back. I think I need to end up with the book and the flask.
I have the book medallion. If you have chain, we can swap it, right?
Yep.
Okay. What does 5-pointed crown go to? Chain? There's no way for me to give you a sword or a shield right now, right?
I think I just straight up don't give a shit about sword and shield.
I still think we need the sword because I still need to end up with the clock. I give you clock. No. Actually, yeah, I give you clock for the sword, and then I can give you small crown for the clock back.
Sure, yeah, that sounds good.
So here's small crown.
You need big crown, right? Can you give me chain back?
Yes, I can.
I think you might have just solved this, Zap. Good boy.
Oh, I can place my pickaxe in this bucket.
Wait a second. Oh, yeah. Put it in the bucket. I can bring it up. I completely forgot about the bucket. Am I stupid? Where is this goddamn thing? Apparently my sense of direction is completely fucking fried because I can't find the goddamn well. I found it. Hell yes, let's go grave robbing.
So many family trees and so many coffins with messages inside them. I don't like my side.
I can go grave robbing actually. Let me see here. I've got Robin, Ermgard, Robin again, except it's got a bird on the tombstone.
I don't know what to do yet. What'd you do?
I broke a tomb.
5 keys buried within denizens of our town, left for those that defy the wicked crown.
So I need to break open 5 of the right tombs.
I don't know what's asking of me.
Here, I'm gonna break another grave and maybe like reset the puzzle. I'm tired of being yelled at by ghosts.
There's also some caskets that I can open that have a message inside them. His XXX marked grave lies in his father's row. Another one that says the final descendant of the glass blowers line, which is XXX.
I don't love these puzzles where we can't quite figure out what the puzzle is.
A maker of the clock, she admired the peacock.
Does that mean I need to break open that grave?
If there's a peacock grave, try it, yes.
All right. What's it good? Oh, a key.
Okay.
All right. What else do we got?
I suppose you need to give me the key, so bring this pail up and give me the key.
All right. Yeah. Give me some other hints. All right. Now I'm starting to get into the game.
His XXX marked grave lies in his father's row, and XXX's father was Bruno.
Is this part of any family in particular, or?
This coffin is out of the way from Glassblower's family tree, which is where XXX is from, so it's kind of weird. There's also another coffin right next to this one that says, chose the bird he loves as his son's name. One of the names in the Steelhauer family is Robin.
Who's Robin's dad?
Okay, well, Robin's dad, one of the Robin's dad is Robin. And that Robin's dad is YC Brandt.
Brandt. I don't know. Chose the bird he loves, right?
As his son's name.
Is Brandt with a son, with maybe a son named Falco? The Brandt here has a different bird as a marker.
Correct. In the Bronze family, a Brandt did give a son to a guy named Falco.
I'm gonna try that coffin. Hey, it works. Let's go, baby. Okay, what's another clue?
The XXX marked grave lies in his father's row.
There is an XXX here, and it's with Brandt and Eid.
In the constructors?
It's the hammer with the like right angle ruler.
The Steenhauer. On my family tree, there is no XXX.
So nuts to that family tree. How about Clock and Maker?
more coffins to read. This one says, the Steenhauer who sleeps beside her brother.
Okay, so give me some siblings. People who are born together.
Fuck these names. YDE and Thidboldus. There's
Well, I'll tell you, it wasn't that one.
hold up. My mistake. I'm reading the mother and fathers.
Asshole.
Okay. Siblings that are born together. Y.C. Brandt and Robin. Angel, another one, and another YDE. Now we got 3. Swanhild, Fulcarid, and YDE.
I feel like a dumbass. I'm looking at a Swanhild in between 2 different Eads.
Another coffin with text that says the final descendant in the glass blower line, but that's XXX, so I don't know how that's helpful.
Wait a second, are you sure it's XXX? I have a grave here marked Rainway that was born after XXX. I'm breaking it open.
Yeah, so that must have been the final descendant. It's just not marked on the family tree.
Well, I got a key for it. So what, 2 more keys?
I only have a spot for 1 more key. And the coffins with the text that I was reading, those are now faded, meaning that we completed them. It's the Steenhauer who sleeps beside her brother. I'm only going to give you 2 of the siblings because one of them are just 2 brothers. Angel and YDE, boy and girl. Swanhild, YDE, and Fulcarid, 2 girls and a boy.
I just don't see which one I'm supposed to hit. It's a Swanhild in between 2 Eads, and they're all close enough that, like, fuck it, they could all be siblings. What's the other one? The XXX buried next to...
His XX marked grave lies in his father's row.
Is there an XX for the Hammer Boys?
Negative. There's only a triple X for the glass blowers.
Does that mean I need to hit this one? Because an XXX doesn't show up on that tree?
You want to try it, and if you fail, just crack open the ones that you already broke.
I mean, I've got 2 fails in me. I'll do a fail, why not? I rolled on a d12, we got an 8. Number 8.
Is that good? I don't know.
No, not exactly. Well, okay, I guess it does end up being good because 8 ended up being the one with the key in it. That was in the Gertrude coffin.
From what family?
The Hammers.
Yeah, Gertrude, that's the mother of Swanhild and YD.
I don't understand how we were supposed to come to that conclusion, but alright, we got the key, we did it, Zap.
Alright, my thing is opening. And there's a spot for 1 more key. Hey.
You fucking lied to me.
Dude, I put in the 4 keys with like these metallic cans. I put in the 4th key. They started moving, opening up to reveal another lock. So it baited me. This is the XXX marked grave lies in his father's row. That's the one we need to figure out. That's the only coffin whose text is not blurred out. And again, the only XXX is in the glass blower, and his father, his name is Bruno.
The only XXX in Glass and Blower I've broken the coffin of, and it didn't work. I found another triple X in the Bronze family. Do you have anything like that?
Negative. I'm looking at the bronze family tree.
Maybe this is a fake triple X. I'm gonna break the triple X open. Okay, we're fine.
Okay.
It's like disarming a bomb, except it's made of ghosts. Here's your last key. Clowns with superpowers? I'm okay with that. But ghosts, that's where I draw the line. This game's unrealistic.
I love ghosts.
Ghosts are unrealistic, said the Wraith King player. You need me, like, with a pickaxe or some shit?
Oh, I found another pickaxe. So I'm in another room with this thing that needs 2 people. A map. I got a pickaxe back. Oh wait, there's a that down here. Hold on.
I found a map. I was kind of just wandering around, and it gave me a dig prompt on my pickaxe.
there's graves I can open up with symbols on them.
My piece of paper says you're looking for like Tomb 34. You're looking for circles and slashes, I think. A circle is 10 and a slash is 1. So you're looking for 3 circles and 4 slashes, I think.
3 circles?
3 circles and 4 slashes on your tomb.
Ah, okay. I got a piece of a map.
Okay. What does the map show?
Shapes with an X on it.
Do I need to go see if thieves digging by some graves?
Are these gravestones? I see like 7, if we're guessing gravestones close to a cliff, like they're all in one curved line.
Let me see here. 8. I see 6 here, plus 1 really far away. It's probably not here. Give 1 second. 3 on one side, 4 on the other. Is 1 on the 4 side just away?
Yes.
Okay, I found the dig spot. It had a cog in it, so I'm coming down.
I think I can give you another dig spot. I think you need another. Well, yeah, there's a cog I need to place on my end.
Oh, I have another grave for you to dig up. I wish this actually was Sea of Thieves so I could just show you the piece of paper. But it's 14, so you're looking for 1 circle and 4 slashes. Also, I'm trapped down here.
1 circle, 4 slashes?
Yeah.
Are you sure it's not 5 slashes?
It says 14, Zeb.
1 circle and 1 slash. 1 circle and 2 slash. 1 circle and 3 slash. But not 4. Never mind. Found it.
Never doubt me again. Thank you for ending that fucking noise.
Oh yeah, I get to show you what I saw.
Do you just purposefully never light any of these fucking torches or what?
Well, I never noticed them until now. Oh wait, no, those are already lit on my end.
Oh, weird. Where do you need me, little dude?
See you, Thieves.
Sea of Thieves. When are you gonna play Sea of Thieves with me, good Zeb? It's red again.
Blood moon.
Well, at least the crows are gone. Well, at least it's getting time to check Twitter. Here, we can pass between. We're shaving off like half a second every time. Loading faster, let's go.
You remember this room?
Oh, dude, you remember this puzzle? That was crazy, dude. Holy fuck, I'm going up, dude. Also, just now remembered that this isn't actually a skeleton hand, it's like a mannequin hand.
The stained glass.
Our king deserved our respect. Such virtue the world had never seen. The royal sisters, ever kind, shall compensate their father's fall. They will hide astrolabe pieces 3 and stay behind, cursed for all eternity.
Oh, one of them was the ghost from the last game. That's where I recognized her from.
It's time to escape this cursed realm. Let me take that off your head.
Scheming, conniving, treacherous snake.
Time to play. Guide the light, rats, unless you want to stay.
Get on that elevator I was just showing off a second ago. Can you do anything with the beam of light?
No.
I found something that needs your help actually down here.
I'm done.
Fine, I'll go over here. Looks like you need to raise that up a bit. Here, get back on the elevator.
I can't interact with this at all.
Oh, you like kicked down a ladder for me. I'm coming up.
Wait, where? A what?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you kicked down this ladder, my dude.
I did not.
Here, do the seesaw with me. It's like a Mario Party minigame. You have to wait for it to go all the way.
Oh, there's levers down here.
Let me see here. Oh, no, wait, we need to do this part next. Nice catch. Now we need to get behind this machine.
Oh, right here, right here. Don't go climb the ladder.
Look over here.
Yeah, I know. That's where I wanted to go, but I climbed the ladder. Ah.
Luigi. Or don't. Oh yeah, that'll fix it. Fucking jackass.
Also, wait, you don't have your cursed arm anymore.
Yeah, he took the clown took it.
Raise me up.
Yeah, now you're definitely going up. I'll see you on the other side.
So we're on a time limit. We need to do the 6 symbols in order. Saturn, go.
Did it. All right, open the gate.
Oh wow, it's a wall.
Not just any wall,
Mega wall.
mega wall. Okay, I'm gonna stop holding. Maybe I have to push a button on the...
Oh, this lever right here?
Yeah, that'll do.
Now open it.
Wow, it goes straight to fucking, like, Holland.
Riddle me this, O king. We cut off your name, a piece of your soul. If you don't retrieve it, you stop being whole. And you too. Let everyone know that we were here.
He said the thing. Holy fucking hell.
Sea of Thieves?
Dude, it's Sea of Thieves, let's go. Yo, what up?
fall down.
No, why am I the one who's fucked?
No, really?
Oh, I get it. Only one of us can stay on the thing.
What if we just keep doing this?
We could just keep doing this.
Hello?
It has a limit.
Wait, did you drown?
I'm pretty sure I'm dead.
What do you see right now?
I see your little toesies dangling off the raft.
Same here.
Did we both die?
What achievement did you get?
Forlorn.
I got Evermore. Escaped, but at what cost? So I think you died.
Yeah. Rip.
You know, both of us could have just floated on the side of that raft. We didn't have to actually be on top of it. The boat was right there.
I think the implication was that it was really cold. You know, it's like the end of Titanic.
It'd be so fun if we just see EdgeLords Anonymous on the screen for the 14K views.
Jesus Christ. There's sop, there's soup, there's Vuda, there's hen tweaks.
Pro, fuck you.
Leon! Snake. Sora? Shadow Howl. It's me, the original. A gamer named Tom. So gay. Unity game. Automatically 0 out of 10.
That was fun. So is this the last we were here? The Forever, no, I mean Together, ended off on a cliffhanger. The ending of that game, I expected another one. This one,
Sure.
one of us dies.
At the end of the first one,
Yeah.
and the third one, one of us died.
Okay, yeah. But he said we were here. You only do that if you're closing it off.
I mean, he did escape to Holland, and no game takes place in Holland.
Yeah, he's still out there.
It would be funny if he was just like chilling on a beach or some shit. Okay. So what do I need to start with? I guess just start a new journey. We're only missing 9 achievements. I guess we're just gonna go through the whole game again.
Yeah, speedrun.
Sure. Checkpoint 1, the jails. I'm supposed to have the round radio
Yes,
now?
change radios.
Okay.
Okay, you got your cube puzzles, like your spinning things?
Yerp.
I think left to right is star, triangle, circle.
You have circle, pentagon, diamond.
Got it. You got your next one?
Yerp. North, southwest, northeast, southeast.
Yep. Also, you wanna know what's funny? When we were like trying to figure out how to do this puzzle the first time, I was looking back the footage. I even like said what's in the book, and you put it in the safe, but I said it wrong, so you're like, okay, that's not that.
It's like double your fault.
And a bit. So yeah, none of us have an arm yet.
Right. Green does look really sporting on me though, I gotta say.
So I have potato.
The stabby one.
Not on a stick.
Shit, how does this one work again?
Shell that's open at the top.
Potato.
Pearl.
Pointy one. Not a leaf. Sweet. I don't think I ever opened that door.
Yeah. There you go.
New achievement, baby.
Yep, I got projecting. Hey, Mario Party time.
I get to be Waluigi.
Waluigi with your one big ball.
One ball.
Won't be so lucky.
Gotta do that 3 more times.
Yay. I think this one you have to memorize.
Fuck. I knew there was a gimmick to this one. I forgot what it was.
I'm pretty sure I complained about this last time we played.
It's not really that interactive.
I kind of like the flavor of it, but it's a lot of waiting.
Yes.
See, like when I touch this, it really should just like end, because to get here I have to avoid a bunch of shit. I think the next achievement that matters is when we're trying to solve the mystery.
So which one's the king?
We have 3 books, man.
I don't want to read.
Do some light fucking reading. Okay, do we want to skip these next puzzles, or?
Yeah, sure.
Because the next Chivo is grave robbing. You face away from it, you turn left.
How the fuck do you read this? It just says 23, 1/3/5/10 circle 40 circle.
It's a key. It tells you how much a slash is worth and how much a circle is worth.
What?
Yeah. Well, 23 is the number you're supposed to give me, so I'm looking for 2 circles and 3 slashes.
How are you supposed to figure that out? That's not clear.
I don't know. I thought it was pretty clear.
I thought you saw the symbol on top of the door that I'm breaking in.
Nah. I think I remember part of the solution, but I kind of want to see if you can figure it out. Come on, Zap. This is a puzzling classic.
What is it?
I believe you just need to put a mirror here. Alright, I feel pretty good about it.
I thought we didn't use one of these. Like, there was just a dud one.
I don't remember, man.
Alright.
Can you make me a sandwich?
I said, yeah, this is the same. So he's showing me the chain.
Okay. I think I understand what we're supposed to do, but I don't think we're going to like it since we're being recorded. I think we have to impersonate the sound that it makes.
But your dial, there's 18 different sounds. Are you telling me you have to, like, spin that thing around constantly until you find the right one?
Maybe.
If that's the case, then that's terrible.
Okay, so from using my knowledge from last time, it says, like, greetings first, right? I'm starting to kind of more understand what this is trying to look like. Oh, I think I understand. And I still hate it. So the first noise it makes is like a ooh, 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 ooh noise, right? So he gives us the first symbol by the noise. I have to figure out what noise he makes by just basically, like, if you can ballpark me the noise that he gives me, like, it's a moan, it's like a dolphin, it's a fucking, like, belch or something like that, then that's what the big dial is in the middle. I remembered the sound from before, so I know it's this one. That just gives me the first symbol of something in the book.
I thought chain was first. What? It's not?
So maybe we have to take what it says and what it shows in the eyeball and put both of those symbols together?
Should I go for it?
I mean, nothing happens if you do it wrong.
I think we only get 4 fuck-ups.
Mm-mm.
Well, here's a fuck-up.
Ah, I see what you mean. All right, Zap, what's the noise that he's making? Is it like a hiss, a belch, or something else?
This is 3 different noises he's making. All right, here's the first one. Kind of like a crying dog.
Okay, yeah, no, I gotcha. I think I have this puzzle figured out, maybe. Okay, we've officially figured out the puzzle, but it's still a bitch.
Main thing is, this game is, like, made to, like, drop in and drop out of, like, just custom lobbies. You expect someone to, like, communicate that consistently?
Yeah, right?
Man, what you do? You're spilling PNGs on the floor.
Yeah, all my JPEGs are coming out. Also, I thought you should have gotten the Chivo for there, but I guess not. I guess we just keep playing until you get it, which is fucking irritating.
We're entering Rockbury now.
Oh, yeah, the lift. Okay.
You sit with the dead man. Or on the dead man.
I kind of wish he, like, slid off the ledge. Okay, so your car shopping, Zap. You get a pretty nice deal on a car, but the guy tells you that, like, a whole family was killed in the car. Do you buy the car?
Well, ghosts can't possess cars.
Sure, fair enough, I guess.
How recent is the kill?
We'll say, like, within a month.
Ooh, That's gonna smell.
I mean, it's clean. It's a clean car. The only way you can sense any difference between it and a normal car is basically nothing. You just know that somebody died in the car, or multiple somebodies.
Is it a good car?
Well, the whole crux of it is supposed to be, like, would you get, like, grossed out knowing that you were driving a car that a whole bunch of people died in?
If it's that recent, I probably know. I wouldn't do it.
Great conversations you get when we're bored out of our fucking skulls.
Oh, yeah. I told you I got the achievement already?
Oh, I guess so. Sure.
Yeah, I got it at the beginning of this ride.
So we didn't have to go through any of that. I guess it's time for you to die, Zap.
I was like, I'll let the cart ride play out.
I mean, I'm not mad. It was funny, though. Blast me, baby. Ah!
If you just die and the game ends.
Game over. It's like a guy trying to fucking make a photo of him holding up the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Goodbye, fucker.
Come back up.
What? Does it give like 3 opportunities or something like that?
Maybe.
No,
Ah,
okay,
sure.
goodbye.
Well, that went swimmingly.
Wah, wah.
Now, do you want to rank them on stream?
Yeah, why not? Here, I'm just gonna Alt F4 out of the game. I'm excited. I've been refreshed on some of the puzzles. Honestly, some of the worst of the bunch.
I do have to give names to some of the last few that we didn't do.
I mean, they have names, Zap.
I'm not gonna go with their names. Their names suck.
Okay.
To me, it does. Here's that dandy Andy spreadsheets that I had a while ago.
Let me do this, then this, then this. Okay, cool. For those of you who don't know, this is our sort of official feels about the puzzles that we have played in the We Were Here games. I was thinking like, oh, should we like look at them again and revise? Like, I don't have the brain power for that right now, and I don't even remember most of the puzzles that we did. So let's scroll down to We Were Here Forever. Locked doors. I'm gonna say 3 stars. It's not a complicated puzzle, but its whole purpose is to just introduce you to the mechanic of talking to each other, and I think it does that just fine.
Yeah, it was easy, but I'll give it a 2. I did because I do feel like it went on a bit too long and a bit too handholdy, I think.
Maybe. Fair enough. Which one is Raise the Elevator again?
I couldn't really think of a name for this. Yeah, I think I like the official name better. This had the safe puzzles, the shell puzzle.
Oh, right. Okay, so we're counting that whole thing as one puzzle?
You agreed that that was preferred.
Right, okay, that's true. It was one of my favorites. I liked it. I think that one's a solid 4 for me.
I'll agree. Good. That was good.
That puzzle is technically called The Chasm.
The vault.
I didn't dislike it, but it didn't stand out to me. I feel like it's just a 3. Mario Party, also called The Trial, or this guide calls it The Arena. 1 star.
Is it too harsh?
I think it's a little too harsh. The timer is just too long. Like there's only like 16 symbols or something like that, and you can get to them like fairly quickly. Maybe I should give it a 1.
If you said, go ahead, play this puzzle, like, how upset, or like, how upset are you?
Okay, yeah, I would be pretty fucking upset. Yeah, I'll call it a 1.
The suit staircase, kind of frustrating at points, but I think I'd give it a 4. I like the theme of it.
I like the flavor. It was like just confusing enough that like I think there were like 2 moments in the puzzle where I had to just like stop you from moving and just like stare at your half of the map for like a couple seconds and then be like, okay, I think I've got an idea.
And both sides have to do that.
Yeah, where I'm like, hold the fuck up. What do we do? I just have to like brain it out for a second.
For me, it was one of the most memorable. in the game. Okay, so that's a 4. Can we just skip this?
Oh, it's the hexagon ones? It calls it the illusions, but like, oh yeah. This one, so fucking good. How, like motherfucker. It's insane to me like how varied the puzzles are in this game series. Every once in a while you get a Mario Party, but every once in a while you get a fucking The Illusions, and it's like, oh my god, this is why I play this game. Super good on presentation. If the whole game was like weird space puzzles, I'd get sick and tired of it, but I love that there's this like interlude where the clown just traps you and is like, solve my fucking puzzles in the weird box thingy. I love that there's only 2 puzzles in this like weird space dimension.
I love the spectacle of it, but my favorite part was the light and dark room.
Like my favorite part about the hexagons was like it only gives you a couple, and then you like figure out the gimmick and you're like, okay, I get it, and then it adds like 4 more hexagons, and you're like, okay, you like solve that, and then it fills your entire screen with hexagons, and it's like, what the fuck is going on?
There are pentagons.
Sorry.
Again, spectacle. I loved it.
The spectacle was good, and then the fucking clown actually like rips one out and is like, you guys are never gonna solve my stupid puzzle, and then he like disappears. It's like fun. Then you called it Reveal the Traitors.
Yeah, I was iffy on the name.
The guide says it's called The Pledge, which is stupid. I don't like that name.
Guess Who?
I think Reveal the Traitors. I guess Guess Who is good.
Yeah, Guess Who. We'll do Guess Who. Give it a 3. It wasn't outright terrible, I think.
It's not very good. So I like the idea of a puzzle that serves two purposes. Because, like, one, it's trying to introduce us to these, like, families, and it kind of becomes a little bit more important later. It's just that, like... It's
one
not...
person is doing most of the work.
Yeah, one person's doing most of the work. The one person's reading, like, you get a little extra information from the guy who's listening to the heads on the other side. I'd say 2.
Would you do that again over Mario Party?
Yeah.
Seating arrangement.
I think I was a little mad, but honestly, the only thing that I was really miffed about in this puzzle was...
that it showed you a piece of a later half of the puzzle.
Right. So I guess there's 2 things. Instead of the, like, fence that was covering the faces of the people on the side, I wish that it was just like a curtain or something like that. You just straight up couldn't see them. That, like, oh, maybe you're supposed to, like, peek around this and that's supposed to kind of, like, help you make a decision or something like that. No, it's just part of a different puzzle. And the second thing that miffed me, where you're figuring out who sits where, I feel like that part of the puzzle needed, like, a lever. Act as your solve button. I know the game specifically says the ceremony will be underway when everyone's seated where they're supposed to, or whatever. I don't know. It's like one of the only puzzles in the game that just moves forward once you, like, have the solution in place. Actually, here's a question. Can we swap places the whole time, all the way through?
Yes, we could always do that.
All right, I think I'll drop it down to 3. I feel like it's a good puzzle, but not a good we were here puzzle.
I'd actually give it a 2. It didn't really vibe with me that well.
Okay. Music will guide you.
Now, you did not like this puzzle because you really just had to give your half of the sheets. But when I was trying to solve it, I liked it.
Okay.
So we both have mixed opinions on this, I think.
This is one of a couple puzzles that honestly just feels like it was a puzzle made for one person, and then they just had to, like, figure out a way to make it for 2 people. I'm torn between 1 and a 2, because, again, one person is basically AFK the whole time while somebody else solves it. I'll give it a 1 because that's the half that I played. I'll say a total rating of 1.5 is pretty fair. Guide.
And this counts the climb up to the light.
Okay, this counts the climb up to the light. But we talked about this last time. It didn't feel that much like a puzzle. It just felt like a short distraction.
I mean, if we did give it separate, are we gonna give that more than a 1?
I guess so. I feel like giving Guide the Light like a 1.
As a whole?
As a whole? Yeah, it's got the same problems of Music will Guide you. That, like, it's a fine puzzle, but only one person is playing the game.
Yeah, okay.
It's like if we were trying to solve a jigsaw puzzle, and you have the ability to put the pieces in any spot, and I have the ability to rotate them. I don't think it's a very interesting puzzle.
I did not outright hate it.
Right. Underwater Maze. So this is one of the puzzles where we both been on either side of it.
I liked it.
I liked it. The flavor is good. Time sensitivity is good. The pipes were a little confusing, but otherwise, I'd give it a 4.
I was going to say the 4 too.
I think the thing that keeps it from a 5 for me personally, the guy going through the underwater maze, if the maze was just a little more complicated, a couple dead ends, maybe like a couple like infinite loops or something like that, in order to make you nervous and make you go like, man, where's the next oxygen thing? Like, I feel like that would make for a better puzzle. I would check up every once in a while, like, hey, I'm here at this statue, but I didn't really feel like I needed directions. Pipes, the sequel.
With the orange power, blue power thing.
I also liked that one.
It wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad.
I like that we both shared our supply of pipes.
Yeah, that was cool. I also liked how you have to bounce the power source between the 2 players. This is one of those puzzles that's like low in flavor. I don't know. I liked it. I feel like it's like a 4 for me. There's not a lot of puzzles in this whole series where I was like, I wish that puzzle was longer. Honestly, you could have like doubled the size of this puzzle, and I think I would have been happy.
I'd give it a 3 because I wanted it longer.
All right, fair enough.
Good puzzle. I'd do it again.
Yeah, I would actually do it again. Octopus symbols. I don't want to give it a 1. I think this is the one. I think this is the one where you do 1 and I do 2. Cause
how about this? Just 0.
Okay, all right. That's okay. You got me there. That was funny. I'll give it a 2. I think once I figured out there's categories of sounds that he can make, and then there's like subcategories of sounds. I feel like all the pieces are there. There needs to be a better way to communicate to your partner what noise the Kraken is making without going like in the microphone, you know? In addition, the eyeball symbol should have been like a little bit more prominent. And I know that sounds stupid, right? It's a giant eyeball in your face. How could you not figure that that was part of the puzzle? I knew that it was part of the puzzle, but I didn't know where it fit in, right? I think that's the part that got us. We understood that we had these two different pieces of information, but we didn't know how they went together. Crystal Brewing. The game calls this the assembly.
Yeah. I gotta say, the octopus puzzle really tainted the beginning of this puzzle for me.
Yeah, you were still mad. you were definitely still mad. I think I was too. This is another one of those things where now that I've played the puzzle, I'm like, okay, decent puzzle. There were so many aspects that we just didn't understand. We didn't understand at first that we were under a timer. We didn't understand that we had to turn on the timer in order to actually like fuck with anything. Like I was so confused for the longest time. When we turned it on and then we turned it off, and then I was like, oh, I'm gonna touch those balls in the water, and then I couldn't. And I was like, why can't I touch these? Let's say, for example, that it wasn't a river and it was like a conveyor belt with a cage around it, and the cage closed and then you couldn't fuck with stuff.
Okay.
That makes sense. And maybe even some additional like flair, like maybe like some of the lights turn on and like the machines kind of spin up whenever you start the timer. Okay, cool. Now it's like obvious that now the stuff is interactable, right? There's a couple like minute details too. Some of the machines, whenever you pour like the red liquid into it, you would like put the whole bowl into the machine. You would lose a bowl and you would lose your soup. But some of them, you like pour the liquid into it and you keep an empty bowl, and then it switches from one container to another to indicate that it's been used, and then you have to scoop it up with another empty bowl.
Where did I get this bowl from?
Yeah.
Where did my bowls go from time to time?
Exactly. Yeah, I definitely had a couple of those. Like I could have swore I had another empty bowl, but it's because you had to use an empty bowl to scoop out the red or blue or whatever. I feel like it's like a 3. It's like a good puzzle hampered by being hard to understand. Metal matching.
Couldn't think of a name. Sword goes to shield. Clock goes to...
Oh, the graveyard. This is the graveyard set. Okay, let me scroll up. They call this the seal. I don't like that name. It's a very basic puzzle, but we're fucking dumbasses. So it took us forever. I don't know, you're just stuffing metals into an elevator. But like I feel like the puzzle is fine. I'd probably call it at 3.
Yeah, I didn't hate it.
Grave robbing.
Now, I kind of think we should split these into 2. One's the family tree, you dig up the graves, and then another one is
X
treasure
marks.
hunting.
I think we should split them. Digging families and then X marks. I don't know. Yeah, grave robbing is fine.
Fine. Solve for X.
Solve for X. I love that actually. Why? Oh my god! I don't understand, man. That's actually like a gigantic brain thing to call it. That's mega mind, dude. Game developers, hire fans.
I'm glad you like it.
It's so good. It's perfect. I actually have no idea how you're supposed to solve some of them still. I've done it twice. I still don't get it.
We've done like 3 times.
Yeah. I do know that one of them we were both being stupid on. Which one is it? Like the Steenhauer who sleeps by her brother's grave? The problem that we were both having was that we didn't consider the people who had kids could also have brothers. Maybe I should crack out the MS Paint for this. So let's say at the top of the family tree, you had these 2 people. The game represents it like this, and then just like draws these 3 people. This person, and this person are all siblings. I think one of them is female, and 2 of them are male. And that's a shitty M, but whatever. The problem, dude, this is going so far off the rails because I don't want to do this anymore. We were looking at these down here because those are like those are the most obvious siblings when we should have been looking at fucking these. We were just being stupid. It's fine. I'm just gonna take the L on that one.
There were some parts of grave robbing I liked, like the bird aspect of it.
The bird one was good. The introductory one was also good. I forget what it was. If you're underground, it's like the first coffin you come across, and it's like a super like baby mode easy. It's weird. Middle of the road, I think. 3. I feel like the concept is really good, but like the actual puzzles that you solve were like not my favorite.
I also did not expect like how big of an area of like running around area you had.
Yeah.
So that kind of threw me for a loop.
Granted, both areas are pretty big. They could have made it like a little smaller, maybe. Just a little. Solve for X.
I think I actually like that more than grave robbing.
I think I did too. I kind of wish there was like a little bit more to it. It's another one of those puzzles where like they very clearly knew that they could only have like a tiny little bit of it. I feel like something that would have made it better, you could have made it so that downstairs there's more sections of graves, but maybe they use different symbols, triangles, stars, something fucking insane like that. Maybe the keys change. Maybe for one piece of paper, a line equals 2 and a circle equals like 5 instead. I'm going to say 3 because I anticipate you going a bit higher.
Again, I liked it, but I wish there was more of it.
Right, yeah.
So, again, I got confused when I was on your hand of the puzzle.
Right.
So that kind of hindered my enjoyment from it.
Finale.
The laser, like, room thing that we just did at the end.
Yeah. It has spectacle, but it's not a very hard puzzle. At the same time, I don't think that it really wants to be a hard puzzle. Hold down a lever, pull a bookcase, or like there's like one kinda actual puzzle to solve, and it's the very last one. That puzzle with the timer and the symbols that's like the rawest we were here shit ever, you know? I'll say 3 again. There's no fail states, no difficulty. I don't know. The last puzzle doesn't need to be hard. The weapons and shields puzzle is like it's hard enough that it makes you think. The one that we call weapons to shields and the one that we call finale, maybe I'll bump it down to 2.
I would give it 2 because I would do weapons to shields from the previous game over the finale.
That's true, yeah. All right, yeah, 2.
And you gave weapons to shields a 4.
The fact that both people get to participate and like yell things at each other and stuff like that, like it feels good. But yeah, that's everything.
For you, these are both 4 stars. Would you do weapons to shields or feature show from the first game?
Feature show from the first game.
Because you both have them at 4-star.
Weapons to shields.
Really? Okay.
The problem that I have with feature show is that I feel like I don't like the fact that one of the people on feature show has to sit there and constantly crank the thing so that it comes out. I get why it's like that. It's like that because they want to run down the time limit and make it a little nerve-wracking, but I feel like you could have like halved the time it takes to completely spin a piece out and then also like halved the timer.
How about this? If you had to rank the games, classic tier list style.
Classic tier list style.
Which one would you play over the other? I think Together's my favorite still.
I think Together's my favorite.
I don't want to like hate on Forever.
I don't want to hate on Forever, but like it's hard to top Together.
Despite the 4 nights and like my other 2 stars.
I don't think I actually hate 4 nights. I just got frustrated by the fact that we solved it basically instantly and then like tried to solve it for real and then got like frustrated like, what the fuck? This took 2 seconds last time. You know? Why do I have to do something this time? Together's gotta be number 1. Maybe We Were Here Forever as number 2? It feels weird, right? Like I have 3 1 stars and We Were Here Forever. But like the puzzles that are 4 stars and 5 stars are like really good.
I think 2 and Forever are like neck and neck, like very close.
Yeah.
And then 1 being the free to play first game. It's not bad.
It's not
bad.
I
liked it.
It kind of is the least.
It's just a taste of We Were Here.
Yeah.
To get you to buy We Were Here too, and it worked.
That's true. I'm gonna say 3, 4, 2, 1.
How I feel too.
Yeah.
Again, 2 and 4 are neck and neck.
Bada bing, bada boom.
That is it.
That's it. It's over.
So I did have an idea on like what I wanted you to probably do after We Were Here.
Okay.
Yakuza?
0 again?
That one super boss fight that I want you to fight. To get that fight, I told you this, you have to do all of the side quests. But I could just send you a completed save file that's basically ready for the fights.
It's been how many years since I booted this game up? To fight the super boss that's probably going to kick my ass because I haven't played this game in how many years? I could try.
So it'd be like a warm-up before you play Kiwami.
I feel like I should just play Kiwami, though.
But the super fights.
I guess I'll do it. You're probably going to have to coach me a bit.
I will.
Sure.